take place out the last video info. Oh, it'll be all connected to Lucifer. Riser said in his mind. Sneaking back into CCD again probably won't work. Even if Secret help us out, it cleared out all the guards. The apostle will notice the moment she did anything out of ordinary. Unless, because somehow ruled the apostle out of the CCD and entered somewhere isolated, somewhere no one can notice. Wait, Sonickid or I will say, wait, Ice, you got an idea? Ice will say, yep, remielle, Secret, I know we could deal with the apostle. Wow, draw anyone's attention. Sonickid will say, oh yeah, the apostle you talk about. Secret will say, please, go on. Tomorrow evening, the CCD will be holding a welcome of the island guests will appear the PSA Hall. Read the scene of a schedule host of herself, which means she could appear if she has to appear in person. Sonickid will say, oh, so there was a party going on, huh? Remielle will say, that sounds promising. We should have guests instead of forcing our way in the CCD. It's a great deal of some trouble. Sonickid will say, I want to force my way in. But Secret will say, and that's why you was banned in Hawkeye Impact 3rd. You're still amateur Brad. Sonickid will say, oh come on, Husker. I know it's Rule 2, but what am I supposed to do? Secret will say, you link your YouTube channel on there. You're not allowed to do that, Sonickid. That's why you're amateur Brad. Secret will say, but Mr. Wise, with so many guests around, how do you have a plan to stay unnoticed? Sonickid will say, I don't know what the plan is. Secret will say, I'm not talking about you brat, because you're not fully smart no more. I'm talking to Wise, your friend. I just say, what if the Susan leakage were to appear in that moment and possibly make an appearing, or rather, a package of multiple serial leakage? That's how it trafficked both systems in the first place. So we can use the same method and send it back. Genie will say, are you sure that plan will work right? Rice will say, if there's no airspace control soldier near at a Howard at the time, you should attract any attention, right? Secret will say, I started to lose track of you. What you mean, Mr. Wise? How are you going to make a leakage appear in CCD, the real official hall at the exact time? Yesterday, Remielle and I found out the culprit crime scene. Sonickid will say, don't forget about us, Wise. I will say, oh right, Remielle, Genie, I, Caesar, found out the culprit crime scene at the bottom of Lucifer Zone. We have figured out how those cigarette leakage be created. Secret will say, Wise, who hurt you? Why are you afraid? Wise will say, someone's not reality out of what I say about the Zodiac. And what the blue and Sonickid mask play, and he talk me not well about fair. He talk about bears and cake, and the reason why he did not complain about any of it, because he deserved to get it banned because he not follow the rules. Second will say, Sonickid, you punched Wise? Sonickid will say, yes I did. I did not know what happened until Wise explained to me himself. And I said sorry to him, and Wise said, I deserve it. And Wise will say, but my face is getting better by a second. Wise will say, I think I can make something similar as long as we keep it under control. Nobody at Berkeley should be able to be in danger. They will say, fire, Wise will continue, yeah. As long as we have interesting how conversation data, we sure run the calculation. Wise would have realized. Wise would say, oh wait, I don't have an HDD with me. I can't contact Bell or Philly either. How am I supposed to get how I see your data? I will talk to my friends. Sonickid, do you have HDD with you? Sonickid would say, I don't have it. Genie would say, alright, you don't got pockets. Remielle would say, uh-oh, that look on your face, tell me, something wrong, right? Secret would say, if you're concerned about the potential stable hardware operation data, but I'm not on the expert in that field, I should be able to offer some assistance. There is an area known as Roswick within the scanner hollow. The only control with a kind of equipped that is similar to CCD, persist to use the persistent Roswick data. However, due to their existing size, they however ban the site the limited team, Weiser say. If their current still current, we should be able to make use of it while data brew to handle the calculations. We should probably take the anti-game Bamboo. Most of the anti-game Bamboo used the CCD data brew. If they were to help us, Remielle would say to Wise, don't you remember, Wise? In their eyes, those three subways are all imposters. Sonickid would say, wait, these subways are imposters? Remielle would say, anyway, leave it to me, and at the very least, Father Bruce should be able to let me do this a favor. Remielle would say, that's really one final question. How are we supposed to get these standard hollow out triple of the imposter? Most certainly, Sonickid, Remielle, Genie, and Caesar turn to look at Secret. Secret would say, why four of you sorry look at me like that? Sonickid would say, because Secret, you're the only one who we can trust with this. Remielle would say, oh nothing, I stayed in contact the airspace patrol. There we go. Right there, get us to Zero Hollow. Secret would say, at first, right tomorrow, I return here and find a way to get you to Roswick. I can also pretend I never saw you tonight. That's all as it says I can offer. And I would say, good thinking, Secret. Secret would say, I always did this for you, brat. And Sonickid would say, oh, okay, Oscar. And Genie would say, stop with Ronaldo and Sonata reference. Sonickid would say, what? She called me a brat first. What am I supposed to do? Secret would say, and if I discover that everything you told me is false, I will answer of tonight the decision, whatever the cause. Secret returns to leave, but pause just before reaching the door. Secret will say, before I leave, there were final matter I'd like to confirm with you, Remielle. Secret will say, you don't want to attempt to assassinate Ray Intelligent. Why then you're going to such a safe rating the answer? Remielle will say, none of them are somebody I'm looking for. To me, they are no different from this city in the sky. They all get this somebody I left for this war. I simply don't want to stand by and watch things my friend cherished be destroyed by a monster from who knows where. Secret say nothing more than leave. After that, Wise and Remielle, Sonickid, and Genie, Caesar spend time explaining everything and puffin food when we agrees for a while. Remember we agreed your request. Sonickid wanted to return to Emerald Halls, but due to Wise wasn't wanted, we're not allowed to leave. And we got to stay here. But it's getting late. Better to get some rest while Wise can everything depend on tomorrow. Sonickid would say, wait, who will sleep on the couch? Wise would say, well, looks like I will sleep on the couch. Tomorrow is another day. Sonickid would say, well, looks like I'll sleep on the floor. Remielle would say, or you can sleep with me, Sonickid. And Remielle winked at him. And Sonickid would say, Remielle, are you sure? And Remielle would say, yes, 22-year-old. And Genie will not when it happened, Genie would say, "Oh no, he would sleep with me, Remielle, back off." Remielle would say, "Oh, come on, Android. I will sleep with sonickid whether you like it or not in my bed." Genie would say, "Oh no, we will sleep with him together, Remielle." And Remielle would say, "Fine." Sonickid would say, "Guys, please." And Remielle and sonickid sleep on Remielle's bed. And Caesar would say, I will join them as well." And sonickid would say, "Wait, you'll join us as well, Caesar?" Caesar would say, "Yep, I'm not gonna sleep on the floor." And Remielle would say, Okay then Caesar, you're welcome to join us." And sonickid got 4 girls sleeping with him. And I would say, "Oh boy, what am I getting myself into?" And I know I'm just smiling right now.